Hello Pisces, this is Joe, and I'm doing your mid-August 2020 spiritual empowerment message. This is my favorite one of all the types of readings I do because I think it's short, to the point, it's focused on one thing, and I keep it at that because it's trying to convey one thing, maybe something you need confirmation on, maybe something you need to hear that maybe you didn't hear before. So, you know, this could be about any number of things, but mainly it's about what's your biggest asset this month, what's working in your favor, what's your real spiritual superpower, what is empowering you now. And this is for the 12th to about the 31st, Pisces. And the reason why I'm doing these mid-month is because, to me, mid-month is a very important time for all people of all signs. It is almost like a portal or a vacuum of space that gives us a little extra room to create, a little extra room to try and shift and change things and set the tone for the rest of the year for ourselves. But this is also, to me, more of a thing that is occurring as a part of like humanity's trying to get humanity to shift things for the positive. And so if you're listening to this message, and if it resonates for you, and if it's for you, then you're definitely looking for the positive in something, even if you're experiencing something negative, because I think that this is really about empowering you to take control, or empowering you to make change this month. So we're going to get on with the message. And how this works, if you haven't seen one of these from me before, is it's basically just a major arcana card, a minor, and an oracle card. Sometimes we get more than one card, and that's okay. And you have new life. Love it. New life. Pisces, new life. Let's see what comes out here, because I'm actually kind of itching to see what is this new life all about for you. You might be kind of waking up to, or waking up from a life that was maybe not for you. I don't know, maybe you've ended a relationship, maybe you've separated, divorced, or maybe you've walked away from an unhappy career. And I feel like this is about just finally waking up to something new. And if that hasn't happened or started to happen, it's about to happen if you allow it, because you are empowered to awaken to that new life. Interesting. I'm not going to tell you what that card is yet. I always go off of first impression when I see the cards. Before I apply the the tarot meanings of the card, to me it's always about first impression. Okay, so your new life. You've been held up, Pisces. You've been held up. And I'm going to reveal these other two cards for you in a second, but I want to say something first, okay? So this is all about getting that new life. Maybe you've already started the process and you're waking up to yourself, or you're waking up to a new life, or you're trying to get to the point where you feel like you are finally getting your life back. Maybe you felt like you were hostage or prisoner to a very unhappy part of your life. Could be work, could be career, could be relationship related, could be financial related, could be any number of things. But this is all about waking up to that new life. And if it hasn't already started to occur, if it hasn't already started to kind of manifest, it's going to if you allow it. It's going to if you just trust the process. I think that you have the devil here, okay? And so this is, I said I go off first impressions, and this is me, and this might only be a message for one or two people, I don't know, because I feel very firmly and strongly somebody is saying to themselves, or has been saying to themselves, they're playing the devil's advocate. You know, trying to weigh the pros and cons, trying to see the good and bad in something. And really, this is all about only seeing the good and casting out the bad, writing off the bad as if it doesn't exist, and only looking at the good. Because when you're playing the devil's advocate, what you're doing is you're pulling yourself back and forth and preventing yourself yourself, from releasing yourself into something better. And so this is all about the fear of the new. And so this is the thing that you will struggle the most with, probably, is the fear of the unknown and the fear of the new. And that saying, you know, I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. You know, here are the pros and here are the cons. But many of you, there's a situation that there are only pros to making a change. There are no cons, because I think that it's almost like being trapped and knowing you're trapped and wanting nothing more to be released from something. And that's going to happen. You have the Seven of Wands. And this is going to be, it's going to be, if you allow it, I don't want to say effortless, but it's the conflict and the struggle isn't going to be that bad, because this is something that is benefiting you. You are empowered at this time to make this change. You're empowered at this time to kind of push through this without a whole lot of trouble. And so this is doing it with grace and style. You have the ability to affect change in your life mid-August through the end of August, to get yourself out of a situation and to affect change, to do it with grace and style, without a lot of fighting or conflict. There is a way for you through whatever it is that has had you stuck. And these wands, you know, they might be pointing at you, but they're not going to touch you. So you might be wondering, again, you know, if I make this move, if I make this change, this could happen. Or if I make this move or make this change, what if it's not what I had hoped it would be? Or what if it's not as good as I thought it would be? There's all these things that can be playing around in your head. And so you have the power to get rid of this devil's advocate. You have the power, because this is the only thing that would be holding you back, is the fear of these things, these thoughts and these feelings kind of being whispered in your ear, or you rehashing and thinking about it over and over and over again. And it's not letting you go, because there's that element of fear. And this, all this is fear. Okay, so you know, doing something and being fearless isn't in the absence of fear, it's doing it in spite of the fear. So whatever is holding you back, know that you could still go forward and feel afraid. Okay, that's totally okay. Go forward, go ahead and feel a little afraid, but do it in spite of that fear, and that fear will disappear. It'll go away. You are empowered. You have the power of the creator, of your higher power, of the universe, all at your back right now. It's guiding you. It's whispering to you to take that step, to get out of whatever has you trapped, because that's holding you back from being the best version of yourself. It's holding you back from being the most successful version of yourself. It's robbing you of your joy, and it's, you know, not alive. It's almost like being asleep, being alive but being asleep. And so that's the way I see this new life. This is waking up. This is waking up to a new life. This is waking up to the true you, and that's truly, genuinely what you want. So if this resonates with you, you'll know it. You'll know this message is for you. Maybe it's only for a few people, and that's okay. That doesn't matter. But I hope it's for you, and I hope it speaks something to you. And I hope it gives you that added strength that you needed to hear, because sometimes we have to do things despite the fear, despite our worries. Doing something in the face of fear is what being fearless is all about. That's going to give you your new life. Okay? The Seven of Wands, these wands aren't going to touch you. They're not going to hurt you. People might point their finger. People might not like the choices or decisions you make because you're doing something that benefits you and not them. And that's okay. But you're going to do it with grace. You're going to do it with style. And it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than you imagined it would be. So Pisces, that's your message. You are empowered this month to cast out that fear and to wake up to a new life. All right? I hope this resonated with you. If it did, leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Okay? Love to hear from you guys. I will talk to you again soon, because it's time for love readings and singles readings and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to see if I can get to them all. It's kind of hard sometimes. I have 3 boys, 5 and under, and, you know, a full-time job, and this house gets insane sometimes. So, all right, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later.